Welcome back, GW, to Colonial Crossfire's Top Headlines. I'm Jessica Nix. We are in the final stretch to one of the most anticipated days of the year. As we prep for Election Day, here are the top headlines heading into this week. Last Monday, Judge Amy Coney Barrett was officially confirmed to the Supreme Court. Barrett was confirmed in a 52-48 vote, with Senator Susan Collins from Maine being the only Republican voting against Barrett. Also in the Supreme Court this week, the court released interesting decisions about voting in battleground states. In Pennsylvania and North Carolina, the court ruled that absentee ballots can be accepted for several days after the election day. However, in Wisconsin, a case dealing with absentee ballots, the court held that any absentee ballot received after Election Day would not be counted, which received a lot of backlash from Democrats. The COVID-19 pandemic has become an added challenge for the election and has led to an influx of absentee ballots. These Supreme Court cases are exemplifying that we may not have a clear winner on Tuesday night. With the presidential election just a few days away, both candidates are rushing to wrap up their campaign tours. Just this week, Joe Biden went to Atlanta and Warm Springs, Georgia, to persuade undecided voters that he should represent them in the Oval Office. Georgia, in recent years, has seen a shift from being a Republican stronghold state to a purple swing state. The last time a Democratic presidential candidate won Georgia was in 1992 with Bill Clinton. If Joe Biden receives Georgia's electoral vote, it could be what puts him over the edge to win the election. On the other hand, President Trump flew to Omaha, Nebraska to give a speech at Eppley Airfield. Thousands of his supporters came to hear President Trump speak, and temperatures reaching the mid-30s. Before the rally, supporters were bussed into the venue, and afterwards, buses to take people back to their cars were nowhere to be found, leaving thousands stranded. Some were even taken to a nearby hospital to be treated for hypothermia. While we may not see immediate election results this Tuesday, states are breaking records for early voting numbers. Nationally, an estimated 85 million people have already voted. But for a candidate to take the White House, they have to perform well in battleground states. From Colonial Crossfire's Battleground Breakdown, here is Jack Castanoli on insight into what is needed to take the crucial state of Pennsylvania.
Thanks, Jessica. Welcome to this mini episode of Battleground Breakdown. Today we'll be discussing the elephant or donkey in the room, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is one of the most important states in the race for the Oval Office. With its 20 electoral votes and politically divided population, it may just determine who will move to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. In 2016, Pennsylvania's electoral votes went to Trump, but did so by less than 45,000 votes. This year, the state is towing the blue line again. It's a toss-up between Trump and Biden, and each candidate is focused on victory. What's often underestimated is the seriousness of the Pennsylvanian turnout. According to 538's estimates, if Biden loses Pennsylvania, he will only have a 30% chance of winning the election. And if Trump loses Pennsylvania, he only stands a 2% chance of winning the Electoral College. Essentially, Pennsylvania's results are a great litmus test for the election as a whole. Hillary Clinton lost Pennsylvania by less than 1 percentage point in 2016. This year, the race is similarly tight. Muhlenberg College polls as of October 23rd have Biden ahead by 7 points. However, the same pollster had Clinton ahead by 4 points in 2016, and she ultimately lost the state. So the 20 electoral votes could ultimately go either way. Early voting turnout in Pennsylvania, like the rest of the country, has been very high. As of October 23rd, over 1/5 of registered voters in the state have already turned their ballots in. In multiple counties, over 75% of ballots sent by mail have already been returned. As ballots continue to be returned and Election Day looms, the uncertainty surrounding what is arguably the most important swing state is mounting. That's all for this segment of Battleground Breakdown. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Jack. We'll see you next time after what will be a very hectic election week. And be sure to tune in to Colonial Crossfire's election coverage this Tuesday night.